everyone. My name is Camelia, and I'm going to share a small exercise to help people who are in physical or emotional pain to reconnect to their body. After the exercise, I will explain how the exercise works so that you can find creative ways to work with this exercise if you find it helpful. Sit in a comfortable position. It could be lying down. If you have postural pain, if you have pain in your muscles, tightness in your muscles, sitting can be difficult. So feel free to lie down or to lean against something. And put, if you're sitting cross-legged and you have pain in your hips, I would say put a blanket underneath your calves so that they are supported, and you might allow for your hips to release and not be gripping. Doesn't matter what pose you're sitting in, you can sit in any pose. Try to feel the surface on which you are sitting or lying down. Just feel the contact points of your body with the surface. Feel the contact points on your right side, whether it be your right buttock, your right shoulder, depending on how you're sitting or lying down. Maybe you have a foot touching the ground. You could be standing if you want. And then feel the left side of your body touching the ground. Any part of the left side of the body touching the ground. Now feel both sides of the body touching the ground. Take your awareness to your abdominal area. Notice if it is tight. Notice if the air that comes through your nose can reach to your abdomen, or if there is so much tightness that the air is a little bit shallower, that your breathing comes in and goes out. That kind of breathing is very good if you need to run. You might not be able to breathe in and out so deeply. If you're upset, our breathing naturally becomes shallower because we grip here in order to be able to fight. It's an okay breathing. So at this moment, you don't have to make any judgment calls on your breathing. I know that in yoga they say your breathing should be deep and the belly should be expanding. I don't say that. Just notice your belly and notice if notice how your belly is at the moment, if it's tight. Now take your awareness to the chest. Notice if it feels gripping or if it's relaxed, or maybe you don't feel anything there actually. It might be difficult to feel that part of the body. Notice your right shoulder. Notice the left shoulder. Notice the back where your shoulder blade, it's a little triangle that looks like Africa. So notice the right shoulder blade that is shaped like Africa. And now notice the left shoulder blade that is like Africa. Feel the pointy bits. Are they touching your ribs or not? You might not be able to feel whether they are or not, and that's okay. Take your awareness back to the belly. Is it tight or relaxed? Notice where your elbow is. For me, my elbow is on my leg and the other one on the other leg, and I can feel the weight on my legs. Notice where your right elbow is Notice where your left elbow is. And now take your awareness to the neck. Feel, imagine, just use your imagination to visualize the curve of your neck. Notice if there's tightness in the front or in the sides. You can even touch it. Touch your neck. And now I want you to take your hand and to massage. This is a collarbone. There is a bone here. I want you to massage under the collarbone on the one side, and then travel the river of the collarbone, and then massage underneath it. Your pec muscles, if you're struggling with pain, if you struggle with pain in your body, whether physical or mental, your brain, your central nervous system does not know if you're in physical or other danger. It doesn't know if you're feeling sad for other people. It just senses that you are not okay. And so it puts on a protective signal to your muscles. So your pec muscles might be actually gripping. So you might tap on this muscle here, bring back some blood, some circulation there. Notice if your belly is gripping. If I try to release muscles here, it could be a signal that travels down, the vibration travels down into the belly, and belly might be resisting. It might not want to release. It might not feel safe to release. Feeling contracted, gripping, is a natural response to danger. And if we use movement and self-touch, like somebody is massaging you, but here we're self-touching, we're doing our own massage, it is inviting the muscles to release. But if the body does not feel safe, if the mind does not feel safe, it might resist. So it actually might be an uncomfortable feeling to try to release here. So just notice that. Breathe. Just let your hand rest there. Breathe. Don't force it. Nothing good ever comes through force. You cannot compel muscles to let go by forcing them. They might let go for, a few seconds, but if the body doesn't feel safe, the central nervous system will reactivate. So if you go to a massage, keep your hand on the other side. Notice the weight of the hand. Notice if there's tightness on the shoulder to keep that hand there so you can support your elbow. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. I want to do this 3 times together. Hold your hand on the front of your shoulder. Notice the belly. Is it comfortable, uncomfortable? Is it tightness? Breathe in. Open the mouth and let the sound come out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Circle the shoulder blades, very small circles. I want you to make the circle 10 times smaller than what you are making now. In one direction and in the opposite. Notice the belly resisting. As I move the shoulder blades, the shoulders, all the muscular connections with the belly are being pulled on. I'm moving the shoulder, it pulls on my belly. If my belly is tight, the sensation that you will experience is if something tugging. Let go, close your eyes, Take your awareness to the sit bones, this thing underneath your butt. If you are lying on your back, notice the sit bones or the buttocks touching the ground. If you're sitting, notice the sit bones touching the ground. Notice your feet. What surface are they touching? Try to release the right foot. Right foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Breathe in and breathe out. Become aware of all 5 toes on the right foot. Breathe out. Take your awareness gently to the left foot. Follow my instructions gently. Stay with your body. We're reconnecting with the body. Take your awareness to the left foot. Feel or imagine the left big toe, the left second toe, the left third toe, the left fourth toe, the left fifth toe. Breathe in, imagine all 5 toes, open them out and breathe out. We are reconnecting to our body by taking our awareness to the body. Take your awareness to the back of the pelvis. You can touch it. You can have your eyes closed or open. Take your awareness to the back of the pelvis. Massage the sacrum bone. Just explore the contours of the sacrum bone. If I want to massage with more force, that will put more tension in the front. It might not be possible for you to now do that without putting on a lot of tensions and pulling on the neck. So maybe just do it gently or just hold your hands there. It might not be possible to hold your hands there. If you're too tight here, this gesture might not be possible. It's okay. Caress the front of your thighs. The thighs get very constricted, and actually try to do like this kind of, to bring back blood flow there. Like one hand of mine is going in one direction and the other. This is Gaza, no lights in the dark. We are all in Gaza. Humanity right now is in Gaza. Our humanity is there. They are waking up our humanity. Try to massage the front of the thigh and know that what you are doing is you are breaking up the bonds of connective tissue who have become dehydrated. You're breaking them up in order to allow the interstitial fluid, the fluids, which is life. Water is life. If you take water away from people, they will die. So don't do that. Only murderers do that. Don't do that. Let murderers do that. Don't be a murderer. Try to break up the adhesions in your body to allow the interstitial fluids to flow back into your thigh muscles, into the connective tissue there, so that the belly can relax. Take your awareness back to the belly. Breathe in and notice, do I have more capacity to free my ribs? Is there a little bit of trembling there? Notice if there is trembling. You can lean to one side and try to put one hand on the back and one hand on the front. Or if you can do it standing up, it's also okay. But there is no problem if you lean to one side. You can lean to one side. Lean to one side and hold your hand there. Breathe into both hands. I want you to breathe into both hands. And on the next breath out, as you breathe out a little bit more, and a little bit more. And now let the tissues go. Allow the tissues to open and allow the breath. Breathe out. Take a few normal breaths, and we will repeat this 3 more times. Notice the tightness and resistance, and allow it. What is now is now. You cannot fight the tightness and the pain you're in now. Breathe in to your hands, into the back hand, this one, and into the front hands. You're expanding the body front and back. And breathe out. Don't breathe in again, breathe out again. Breathe out again. Breathe out again. And now let the tissues open and let the breath flow in. Excellent. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can open your mouth. Don't breathe in again. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. And breathe in. Excellent. Notice what is happening in your neck. Is your jaw more relaxed? Breathe in, breathe out. Notice if you feel a bit dizzy. Notice how your feet feel at the moment. Do you feel them a little bit more? Are they heavy? And now I want you to take your hands, and I want you to do something. These are your hands. I want you to press on the back of your calf, and then I want you to move. First, massage a bit, bring some blood there. The calves are honestly like your second heart, third heart, because the pelvis is the second heart, but third heart, and for me really it's the second heart, because once we start losing the circulation in our feet, we unground the pelvis. So the feet, if they cannot ground because we're holding up from above, then the blood starts circulating here. We stop feeling our feet and we stop using them. So let's liberate our feet, because the feet connect to the pelvis, and you cannot have pelvic health. The pelvis is everything. It's where your reproductive organs are. It's where your kidney, like where your excretory system is. It's everything. It's your health is there. The tip of the spine is there. The sacrum is there. So you can touch your feet. You can tap the heels. If I were you, if I have any pain in my body, I would tap my heels 100 times every day. And then massage the back of the calves. Just a little bit, like bread, whatever you want, whatever feels good. Then take your thumbs, push them into the calf, squeeze and push into the calf. And then I want you to lift the foot up and down. Listen, it might not be possible for you to put your knee up high like where mine is. You can keep it down. I'm just showing you because I cannot fit into the square of the screen. You can keep it down and do the same thing. But what we're doing is we're pressing the back of the calf, squeezing a bit, and then we are moving our foot. What that is doing, rest for a few seconds, breathe, and release. Let's do it on the other side. What this action is doing, massage your calves while I talk. Massage your calves, and I will explain what we're doing. When we press in the back muscle of the calf, and then we start raising the foot up and down, what that is doing, it is moving, tightening the muscle of the calf, and where it is being pressed, it is shearing It is shearing the tightness there. And when you let go, the fluids go and regenerate the tissue there. So the fluids will regenerate. We're trying to release stuck tension and hydrate. We're using tension actually. We're tensing. We're using tension. We're using compression to rehydrate the tissue. I'm moving my foot up and down. Very good. And now rest for a bit. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Notice if you feel tired. Take your awareness to your mouth, to your tongue, and the inside of your mouth. And notice, what do you feel there? Do you feel thirst? Is there any taste? Is there anything you need right now that you have to give to yourself? I feel the vertebra of my spine releasing a little bit, because this little simple thing that we did on the calves started fluids. It released fluids to start going up towards the spine, and I can already sense elongation in my spine. But I've been practicing for 3 years neuro-fascial technique. So my body recognizes the signals, and I am able to sense in with that fluid starting to flow. It is not possible, it might not be possible for you to sense in with that. But notice, do you feel anything in the mouth? Do you feel like, the first step that we do when we start working with neurofascial technique to rehydrate the fluid is we start breaking up the metabolic waste. So we're detoxing, you need water, and we're liberating fluids. But you might be detoxing a lot, so drink fluids, drink warm fluids. It's winter. And thank you for joining me for this small session. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to give you a little satsang. Satsang is what in yoga we call truth. So what we did with this exercise is we tried to reconnect with the neuroreceptors in our body. So we went to the belly and we're like, oh, how does it feel? Well, we consciously took our awareness there, because maybe our awareness is on our kids, maybe it's on the Palestinian people, maybe it's on a repetitive thought that is in your brain right now. Maybe it might be in a pain area. You might have inflammation in your shoulder, and your thoughts and your whole body might be focused there because something's not okay. Something, it needs attention right now. So when I ask you to take your awareness to the belly or the chest or the feet or the neck, what I am doing is I am consciously taking my awareness, which might be stuck somewhere, and trying to sense in there. How do we sense in the body? We have neuroreceptors that send electrical signals to the brain, and the brain reads that. We sense through the nervous system. We are sentient beings that have a central nervous system, that's the brain and the spinal cord, and we have a peripheral nervous system. So we sense through the neuroreceptors, through our nerves. So when I direct my attention to try to sense, I'm waking up those neuroreceptors. I'm asking them, please tell me, how are you now? Please tell me. Speak to me. I am listening. I direct my attention to hear myself, because I'm not always like, oh, how is my belly? How is my foot? No, I do that automatically. You might not know, but your brain is already asking all these parts, how are they? Because to get you to get up to go to the kitchen, it has to know where the fuck are they? So it's always asking, and it's receiving feedback. But when I take my awareness consciously and I direct my attention, I am open to listen, so I amplify the capacity of my body to not only automatically sense, but to increase the sensation by directing the attention. And if there is inflammation, if you're very disconnected from your body, if you don't feel safe, You might just be in your head because you're constantly thinking, oh, how am I going to solve this problem? How am I going to find a house? How am I going to find this? How am I going to help my child? How am I? It's like a brain activity because you have a thing to solve. So sometimes you disconnect from your body, but you need your body. You need to be grounded for the brain to work optimally. So when we take our awareness to body parts, like we did with this little exercise to reconnect to the body, we reawaken, we give new, fresh information to the brain so that it can reset and it can shift out of whatever nagging little thing it's preoccupied with and give it full information. Maybe it only cares about how your face looks. Maybe it only cares about that. Maybe it only cares about your heart and you're taking your pills for your heart, but you don't care for your coughs. Well, guess what? The coughs, the lymph has to be able to circulate to get the venous blood back to the heart to purify it. You need your coughs. It's your, my opinion, second heart. Although some people think the pelvis is the second heart, I think the coughs are the second heart. So we're reconnected to the body to refresh the central nervous system, the brain, so that it might have better information to make decisions. Free Palestine.